Good morning, welcome to Gel's Kitchen once again. Today's recipe cooking video demonstration is going to be chicken liver pate. Now this is a recipe I've done on numerous occasions, usually at Christmas. We have a few fans, Andrew, Jenna, Lauren, Brent, Jan. This is especially for Andrew. So Andrew, we're doing this video especially for you, mainly so you can make your own pate at Christmas, because I usually make it for you. So let's start off with the ingredients. Okay, ingredients, quite a few things going into this, but it's as usual, it's well worth the effort. Very, very Moorish, this dish. So we're going to start off with just 1 tablespoon of olive oil for frying, 400 grams of chicken livers. You can buy these from your supermarket in a pack. They usually come in 400 gram packs, and what you need to do is trim off the membrane, the little white bits, and just chop it up into cookable sort of, chunks. So that's 400 grams of chicken livers. The rind of 1 orange, 2 shallots, finely chopped, 120 grams of unsalted butter cubed, 3 thyme sprigs, and just take the leaves off, so that's just the leaves of the thyme sprigs, half a teaspoon of allspice, some grated nutmeg, so just get a nutmeg, grate it in, just a pinch of nutmeg, a garlic clove crushed. We're going to use some Dijon mustard, probably just a teaspoon, just to flavour, some sea salt flakes, some ground black pepper, 100 ml of double cream, and 50 ml of brandy. You only need the cheap cooking brandy, just the cheapest you can find. And then to finish off, this goes on the top of the pate. You want 80 grams of unsalted butter, which we're going to melt, and we're going to add to that a pinch of ground mace, just a pinch, and then just to decorate, some orange rind and some thyme sprigs. That's just for decoration at the end. So there we have it, there's our ingredients. So I'm going to ask Clive, you're not saying much today as usual. Clive, if you can go out to the hob and we'll start off the cooking process. Okay, thank you Clive for coming over to the hob. As you can see, we got a nice deep-sided frying pan. Now I've added the 1 tablespoon of olive oil to the pan, and we're going to whack in, as I usually say, the 2 shallots. So in they go. Yes, that sound, we like that sound. And also whack in the thyme leaves. Now just stir those together, and you need to cook those down for about 5 minutes just to soften them up over a medium heat. Okay, so that's been about 5 minutes and those are nice and soft. So now we add the garlic, the spices, the nutmeg and the allspice, and the orange rind. Now just stir that in, just turn up the heat a little bit more, and you need to cook those down for approximately another 2 minutes. Right, that's been 2 minutes, so we need to season a little bit now. So a good sprinkling of sea salt. I'm using the flakes. You can just use ground sea salt, that'll be fine. And we will re-season later, by the way. And then a good grinding, or some ground black pepper. There we go, and again we can re-season later. So we just stir that in. You can smell the spices as they react with the heat. So So there we go. So the next thing we're going to put in is the chicken livers. So whack those in. Ah, lovely. So keep moving them around, and you need to cook these down for about 6 to 7 minutes. So what we'll do, we'll keep moving those around for 6 or 7 minutes. Now, Clive hasn't been out this week, so what we're going to do, I always say that, is find a bit of archive footage. I think I've got a bit of when Stephen and I went down to Oxfordshire to visit our friend Vaughan Sadler last year, so let's have a see what I can find. I hope you enjoyed that little interlude. So it's been about 6-7 minutes. Now what we need to do is test the livers to make sure they're cooked just perfect. Now how you do that, just lift one out and chop it into two, and just look inside. Now what you're looking for is pink but no blood. Now there's still some blood there, so we need to cook these down for another couple of minutes. Right, so there's another couple of minutes, and that's what we're looking for. Just pink. Still a little bit of blood showing there, so we're still going to put those on for 1 more minute. And we're nearly done. And that's it. So what we're going to do now is take them off the hob, off the heat, and we're going to put these into the food processor. So here we are back at the cooking station, as I like to call it, and we're just going to spoon those into the Magimix or food processor. Now if you haven't got a food processor, you could use a stick, you know, one of those whizzer sticks, blender sticks. And there you go, into the food processor. And what we need to do now is whack the top on and blitz them. And that's it. So we need to take this now back over to the hob. So Clive, once again, back to the hob. Back at the hob. Now what we need to do is get the brandy and deglaze the pan. Deglaze, so you need it nice and hot. Whack in the brandy and wait till it comes up to heat and just deglaze the pan. That means get all the little bits off the bottom of the pan, which are tasty bits. So that's going to take a minute or so just to deglaze. Okay, so that's deglazed the pan. Basically it's burnt off the alcohol. Now just add the double cream, 100 ml, as you remember. Okay, so just stir that in, and you need to cook that through for approximately 2 minutes, just on a medium heat. Okay, moving on, back at the food processor. Take the lid off and add the cream and the brandy. So in she goes. Lovely. Now add a dollop of Dijon mustard, about a teaspoon. In she goes. So that's done. And put on the lid, and we need to whiz that again. Now, while it's whizzing, we need to add the butter, so we just add it through the feed nozzle. Again, if you've got a stick blender, you could just feed it in and you just whiz it up with your stick blender. So here we go. that's it. Now what we need to do now is test it for flavour. Spoon. Oh, God. You're going to love this, it's good. Now that's perfectly seasoned. But at this stage you can add a little bit more salt, a little bit more pepper, a little bit more mustard if you like, to your taste. I seem to have got that perfect. So that's it. That's your pate made in your food processor. Okay. Pate, food processor, into ramekins. So you just spoon it in. Now at this stage you could put the pate through a sieve to make it super smooth, but I don't see that it needs that. In fact, it's just a load of hassle, to be quite honest with you. So we just spoon it into the ramekins. Andrew, stop drooling. I can hear you drooling, Andrew. Stop it. Okay, I've got 4 portions out of that mixture. They are large. I do them this big because it's very Moorish and you will want to eat it. I mean, probably there's enough, for a starter, there's enough there for 2 people in each one, so that's enough for 8. But if you want to double up on the ingredients and make more, you can do, you can make more. Now, just give them a bang, like that, which smooths them out, and then we're going to pop them in the fridge just to set a little while we make the butter topping. Right, the butter topping, while they're chilling in the fridge, all you do, get your butter, 80 grams, and a pinch of mace. And when I say a pinch, I just mean just a couple of pinches. And that's it. Stick that on the hob and melt it. Okay, I think the butter has just about melted, so we're going to take it off the heat. So just stick it on number 1, you know, and let it melt down after 5 minutes. And all you need to do now is pour it over the top of the pate, like so. Then to decorate, just add a sprig of thyme to each one, or a couple of sprigs. And again, a little bit of the orange zest. Probably need a bit more of that, but never mind. And that's it, they're done. And they need to go back into the fridge, there they are, just for a couple of hours to set, and they're ready for serving. I would take them out about 10-15 minutes before you want to serve, just to bring them up a little bit more to room temperature, but not too much because you want that consistency right. Now, cover those with cling film. They'll keep in the fridge for about 7 days. Or you could freeze them. I think 2 months, possibly 6 weeks to be on the safe side. And they make ideal starters for a dinner party or for Christmas lunch. Serve them with some Melba toast or some toast, probably some Branston, a little bit of salad. Oh, honestly, it'll get down the storm. You'll really enjoy it. And for you, Andrew, you know how to make it now. No excuses. I want you to go out there this weekend, get the ingredients, make the pate, and I want you to tell me how you did and how it tastes. So anyway, everybody else make it as well, because it is a triumph, really a triumph. So that's it. Thanks for watching. We'll do one more next week. See you next week. Bye.